On any manufacturing floor, there's a hidden cost just draining resources right under your nose. Today, we're going to find it, and we're going to see how a pretty simple change can unlock a truly surprising level of efficiency.
So, let me ask you something. Especially if you're in operations, could a task that your team does every single day, something that seems totally routine, actually be a massive, massive drain on your resources? Well, as we're about to see, the answer is almost certainly yes.
All right, so let's get right into it. We're calling this the 4-hour problem. And trust me, this is the day-to-day reality for so many companies before they even think about automation. So just picture this, right? You've got operators, and for every single shift, they're spending 4 hours. That's literally half their day, just copying data. We're talking about really important readings like temperature, pressure, and machine runtime. And if you're wondering what that actually looks like, well, it's pretty painful. An operator has to open up a log file, then they open a totally separate system, and then they have to manually retype every single reading. And this has to be done for every machine on every shift. It's just so slow and, frankly, it's mind-numbing work. And look, the fallout from this goes way beyond just wasted time. When you're manually typing stuff in, you're gonna get typos. It's just inevitable. And that means your reports are delayed and, even worse, inaccurate. Operator productivity just tanks, and you're left with a team that's totally burned out by boring, repetitive work. Okay, so that's the problem. It's pretty bleak. But what if you could just flip a switch and change all of that? Let's talk about the solution. We're about to go from that 4-hour problem to a 10-minute solution, and it's all powered by intelligent automation. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got the old way, slow, unreliable, just riddled with errors. And on the other, you have a system that's precise, it's instant, and it's giving you real-time data. This isn't just a small improvement. It's a completely different and better way of operating. So you might be asking, what is this magic? Well, at its heart, it's a system that can literally watch a person do a task, learn it, and then just do it itself. Perfectly, every single time. No errors, no getting tired. Let's break down how it actually pulls this off. First, it digitizes that whole workflow. Then, it automatically checks the data for accuracy as it goes. And this is the real game changer. It can transfer that information into any database you've got. Yeah, even those old clunky legacy systems that don't have any modern APIs. That right there removes a huge barrier for so many companies.
All right, so we've seen the problem and we've seen the solution. Now for the really fun part, the payoff. Let's look at the actual quantifiable impact this automation had, because the numbers are kind of staggering.
Okay, check this out. That task that used to eat up 240 minutes, a full 4 hours, remember? That got crunched down to just 10 minutes. 10! That's almost 4 hours of an operator's time handed right back to them every single shift.
And look, it isn't just about going faster. With this automation, the data accuracy shot up to 100%. 100%. Just think about that for a second. No more typos, no more bad data messing up your reports. Just perfect, reliable information instantly. So, what happens when you combine all that saved time with perfect data? Well, you get the number that really gets people's attention, a 10-fold return on investment. That is a massive financial win from fixing what seemed like just a small operational issue. But it's not all about the numbers, right? Think about the people. When you take away 4 hours of mind-numbing data entry, you get operators who can actually focus on stuff that matters, solving real problems on the line. They're not just more productive, they're more engaged and, frankly, happier. So let's kind of zoom out for a second. What's the real takeaway here? What does this all mean for you and your business?
At the end of the day, the story is pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. We're talking about taking a huge source of waste and errors and just replacing it with an intelligent, automated process. This didn't just fix one little problem, it created this ripple effect of efficiency across the entire company. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. What is your company's 4-hour problem? I guarantee you it's there. That one tedious, manual task that's just hiding in plain sight, waiting to be automated. Find it, and you can unlock this exact same kind of transformation.